Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 6 of your Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode. As we're back here with another video. I know, I've been gone for a long time with these franchise mode videos. I'm kind of back. There's so many new series that I'm doing here on the channel. I was like uploading a whole shit ton about the Oilers and stuff like that with the preseason finishing off. And then I took like a couple days of a break because I've been just packed with shit this past week and stuff like that. So excuses. I've been pretty busy, but we're back here with a new episode of the Chicago Blackhawks. We're going to be getting to the draft this episode. And also, we're going to be making a lot of big changes with your Chicago Blackhawks this year, like a lot. Depth-wise, it's going to be a completely different type of monster that we're going to be looking at. A lot of these guys are going to be trading away. Zach Smith does have a no-trade clause, so we're going to have to worry about Zach Smith a bit, which does suck, but, I mean, what can you do? Also, I did a little bit of a spin of a wheel for Brent Seabrook to see if he will be waiving his no-movement clause. He said, fuck no, I want to stay on the Chicago Blackhawks, so we are stuck with Brent Seabrook unless the morale gets really bad for him. But we had to keep Brent Seabrook for another couple years, so, I mean, that $6.875 million is going to definitely be a dent on our salary cap for the defensive core spending money. So we're going to hopefully be able to deal with some stuff. I mean, Gustafson's pretty big. I mean, we're going to have to deal with a lot of stuff coming up here very soon. And we also have to sign Strome and DeBrincat, which is going to have to clear up a lot of cap space because, I mean, we don't have very much. I mean, we're pretty fucking broke if you take a look at the entire team. I mean, let's take a look. So, Kane, of course, these two guys, DeBrincat is going to want a lot of money, 8.3, he says. And also Strome, he wants 8 mil as well. So, we're going to have to lock both these guys up to some pretty long-term contracts. And we're going to be dealing with some guys, okay? First two guys, Zach Smith and Andrew Shaw. These guys just don't fit on the team very well. I mean, Andrew Shaw fits perfectly on the fourth line. But with his types of contract, I mean, that's almost $4 million for the guy that, how well did he do, really? Like 29 points and a minus 12. Is he really worth that type of money for almost $4 million? Not in my books. And if he's not defensive enough for me to, I mean, he's good, but I think we can find some better players. And the way that we're going to work in next year, Nylander's going to be playing up on the second line alongside Toews. We're going to, of course, get rid of Marleau because he's too old, and just to get him back for another year, it's just, yeah. But we do have to trade Zach Smith to, like, one of the top 15 teams in the league, so this is, like, a team with a good record, practically, we're going to trade him to. Defensively, we got to sign Gustafsson and also Sami Vatanen as well, which they do want respectable contracts, so we could definitely do that. We get Bogosian off the books. We do get a pretty good amount of money back, and then we could also sign Robin Lehner if he does want to come back to the Chicago Blackhawks. We are not bringing back Corey Crawford. So we do got some options here for your Chicago Blackhawks, which is good. That's what we want, is some options with this team, and that's where we're going to be going into the draft. After kind of a disappointing loss against the Dallas Stars, we want to just completely wipe the team new. We really just want to start new with this team, okay? That's what was the plan, was to just start new and start everything off on a good start with the team, right? I mean, that's what we're going to be looking for. So I think everything should be good. I think we honestly have a good year with the coaching staff. If we do need to do a change, we will make a change next year with the coaching staff. The Philadelphia Flyers somehow have won the Stanley Cup. But if we do need to make like a coaching change, we will make one for sure. But for right now, we're just going to go in the draft with the picks that we have, which I think we're pretty loaded on some draft picks here. And plus, we're going to be trading away some players. So I think we could definitely get some players or some draft picks back in return. For example, Andrew Shaw is going to be a big player. Same with Zach Smith. So we're going to be looking at a lot of teams to see if we can make some good deals. So Chicago, we do not have anyone. And Rockford, we do have Marian Dimitra. He retired. So some new scouts have come in. So yes, let's conduct some interviews with the scouts that we're going to be bringing in. So of course we're not going to be bringing in Laforêt. We definitely need some better scouts. So this draft might be a little bit rougher than usual. But we do have Braden Schneider, which I've actually drafted on one of my original teams. He hasn't turned out to be too much. Ryan Rourke and then Oscar Olofsson. So we got some good players. And then you got Logan Foy as well. I'm going to look at the no-name guys because I feel like those would be guys. Thank you so much for meeting me for an interview. I'm excited at the potential of being drafted by your team. So let's talk about your play style. I want to know your readiness. How ready are you to play in the NHL? To be honest, I feel like I need at least a few seasons before I hit my stride. Will be competitive in the NHL. I'm dedicated to that goal. Okay, give me a quick breakdown of your how you play on the ice. I feel like I'm a stay-at-home defenseman, which is definitely somebody that I would definitely look at. Personality is a big thing because we need that good morale in the locker room. How would you describe your personality? I have high standards for myself, and I want to win at all costs. Okay, sounds good, man. That's what we want out of a big-time defenseman, out of you in Oscar Ulfsson. And then we have that centerman that we are seeing there, which we were going to try to just build a team up as best as we can. And this guy right here, Logan Foy, B's across the board, similar to what's his face, Claude Giroux. He's a playmaker. So let's have a quick chit chat with him. See what let's see what your strengths and weaknesses are. We're gonna give us weakness so we can kind of get like a good understanding. I'm more of a skill player. Okay, so he's definitely a playmaker for sure. He's not very physical. So we're gonna talk about your how well is your personality. I am confident, professional. I get along with everyone. That's good to hear. And we'll see what his actual play style is, because it might be two-way. You never know. I like to excel, make passes, making my and use my vision to make plays. I like to dish the puck. Okay, awesome. Sweet Logan Foy. You're definitely going to be a guy that we definitely take a look at for a future centerman of the team, Logan Foy. And then last but not least, we'll take a look at a winger and Nikolai, actually. Stefan Kuch. Ooh, good shooting category, which is, I mean, let's take a look at Stefan Kuch. This might be a guy that we definitely draft because of that shooting category. So his readiness, how ready are you? Are you 3 years? Okay, so we kind of knew that already. I want you to talk about your personality because a lot of snipers are kind of just, they have really bad personalities. I can be outspoken at sometimes. I feel that is a good thing, as I do this to be constructive. Okay. So he's not a very outspoken player, so he's just a guy that goes out there and plays hockey, so that sounds good. What's your weaknesses? I'm more of a skill player. Okay, so that's fine. We don't really need that big physical players, right? We've been kind of transitioning to more of an offensive team. So Stefan Kuch is definitely a guy that I'm definitely looking forward to maybe drafting. I think we're all good. I think we're good to go with interviewing. I mean, we only get 3 interviews maximum. So before we jump in the draft, let's take a look at all the awards and stuff like that before we jump in there. So Flyers, they won the Cup. Maple Leafs won the President's Trophy. It was Vegas versus the Philadelphia Flyers. McDavid, Art Ross, Hart Memorial, Kucherov, Pietrangelo, James Norris, Lady Bing, Kucherov. Calder goes to Capo Caco. Conn Smythe, Claude Giroux, congratulations to them. Carter Hart was definitely the carrier of that team, but wins the Vezina. William M. Jennings, that goes to Connor Hellebuyck. Bill Masterson, Alex Pietrangelo. Kennedy wins to Jack Adams. Kopitar wins to Frank J. Selke. Ted Lindsay goes to Kucherov. And Max Pacioretty, who had a bloody good year this year, wins the Maurice Rocket Richard. So let's jump right in the draft. We're going to be making some big trades right off the get-go. We're just going to stomp on in there, and we are making some big trades, okay? We're going to just right off the get-go. We're not going to slow down at that at all. Balquist, man, he's really near. Oh, man, Dak as well. Dude, we're going to have some good players coming through the roster here soon. So, I mean, Brendan Perlini's a guy, too, that he sucks so fucking bad this year. And even on the second line, he sucked. And I feel like he's definitely not a guy that I'm going to keep. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, okay. We'll just throw him on Andrew Shaw on up there. I don't know why the menus are so fucking slow. Come on, let's get it going. Give me Andrew Shaw. Fuck. I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm not used to the finding trade menu yet. It's a little bit. We have $11 million in cap space right now, which is good. I'm liking to see that we actually have some money going for us right now. Andrew Shaw is like next to no fucking value. Okay, now let's find a trade. All right, so 2/3, third and a fourth for this draft. That's over. Oh, Anton Strawman, no, thank you. That's too much for me. Third and a fifth, third and a fourth. Yeah, I like the Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens want them right back. Okay, you guys are fucked in the head. Vegas Golden Knights, 2/3, a 90th. Yeah, do it. I'll take that. Get some 2 picks for Andrew Shaw. I really don't give a fuck about your feelings there, Nylander. Of course, we're trading away some players here, man. Zach Smith, also, we're going to be adding him. Oh, God damn it. Keep pressing. It's triangle. I'm used to the, whatchamacallit, MLB Road to the Show. I'm used to their menus and stuff like that. So, Zach Smith. Yes, add you. We're going to find you a trade as well, and we're going to get rid of you as well. So Carolina, I don't know how good you guys are. We're going to find some kind of a good trade. Carolina, I guess. Let's see how was your record last year, guys? How was your team? You guys are a contender, so a team that I think Zach Smith would like. A very optimistic young team for Zach Smith. I think Zach Smith will enjoy this team. So we're going to send Zach Smith to the Carolina Hurricanes. We're going to pick up some picks. And I think that is all good for trading right now. I don't think we need to get rid of anyone else that's like too much of a detrimental to our cap space right now for the future of the team. It gives us, I mean, Carpenter and Kempf, I mean, they're only $1 million. We could use those guys for the fourth line. That's probably the plan. Either that or we could trade them off later on. Let's see who the New York Rangers draft first overall, and they will be picking Alexis Laforain first overall for the New York Rangers. So let's get to our pick, 19th overall. And Snyder got picked up. Rashad, who got picked in the top picks here. Is that goalie? Oh, no, that's not a goalie. I was like, is that the fucking goalie? Might be a little tipsy, so I might be seeing shit. But anyways, 19th overall pick for the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's see what we can pick up. So we got Ryan O'Rourke, which I feel like is since he has a face and he's a big boy. Oscar Olofsson, we have Adam Bachquist and stuff like that. I feel like we need a good shooter, a good secondary shooter. Stefan Coach is that type of guy, and I feel like he could definitely be a good goal scorer for us. So Stefan Coach, top 6 player, sniper, definitely a player that I think we could develop into a good goal scorer. So that will be the first ever pick that I will be picking here with your Chicago Blackhawks. Now, the rest of this draft is pretty shitty from what I know. So let's see can we get any good potential picks here. Ooh, Levanov. What else we got? Nothing really, eh? Okay. Where does this guy, Levanov guy, go? 106. Yeah, so we got another good pick where we can go here and pick one of the players that we can go. We'll go with Brock Gore, top 6. And he's low top 6, 63 overall, which is not a bad overall too. So we can definitely develop that guy into something good here. And I know we have a 90th pick. So I think, you know what, let's go with that potential guy and just get him guaranteed. So Levanov. Vladimir Levanov. Oh my god, what a good pick, boys. Let's go. Vladimir Levanov, medium elite steal. That's a good pick. That is a great pick. That really solidifies that defensive core for the future. You have Bachquist and now that Levanov guy for your future of the core. That really sets us up for sure. We're gonna Edgar Kenbov. We need a future goaltender for sure. Oh, that's a rough pick. That is a really rough pick. We're gonna try to get as many kind of goaltenders as we could possibly get because we definitely need some future goaltenders. Trade Diexer. That's another rough fucking pick for goaltending. I'm definitely not going to be picking any more goaltending because that is just a rough, dude. That's some rough picks. And we're going to go with some guys that have no faces on them because those are usually the guys that you can get some pretty good players out of. I mean, when they all have faces, Stolflin, all the defensemen do. Okay, there we go. A centerman, Alexander Doucette. I don't know if he's a real player or not, but we'll pick him up, and he's a bottom 6. I mean, that Levanov guy and that coach guy, that really cements our draft right now. It's been a solid draft for your Chicago Blackhawks. It really has been. That's the type of draft you want to see. So we'll go with Orlando Chichu. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any other good picks now. It's just practically randomly picking now, just trying to get lucky. I don't think we're going to be able to get very lucky with the rest of this draft because there's not very many scouted players now. I mean, Eriksson. I mean, that's not too badly scouted. Ulf Eriksson. And then, Robert Klefbom. Okay, so we'll go with Ulf Eriksson first. 1-1-13. Low top 6. It's kind of a rough draft. I mean, Levanov, what a steal he was. What a steal, man. That was a perfect way to start off the draft with him. Can we get some more good picks? We were saying we were going to go after Klefbom. And he's a low top 6. Okay, not bad. That's a good pick. I mean, you're not going to get very lucky in these later on rounds. It's just about trying to get lucky, and we're not really getting too lucky right now. We're just trying to go with those no faces you get. Stolflin, I mean, you never know. Let's see what he can turn out to be. Yeah, it seems like when they just have one bar elite, it's going to be pretty shitty of a pick, I'm guessing. That Levanov guy, we got completely fucking lucky with. I never even knew he was going to be that good of a player. Ooh, there we go. Lebedev. Yeah, we'll go. Is there any defenseman? No, there's no defenseman. We'll go with Lebedev and see how good he will be. Low top 6, another good, decent pick. Sim the next round. So we don't have any more picks? Yeah, we don't have any more picks. Okay. There we go. We are done. We had a lot of draft picks. Coach was a great player. Gore Levinov was just that's a monster of a pick. That really cements the draft for the Chicago Blackhawks this year. We get a future defenseman now for the team, and we could start slowly building this prospect pool back up, because that's a big thing that we want to do with this team, is start building that prospect pool back up to what it used to be. So let's take a look at your Chicago Blackhawks this year. So we got to sign DeBrincat, Strome, Marleau. Do we really want to sign Marleau is big question. I feel like we could release him and maybe talk about signing him back, but we'll see. So DeBrincat, we need to sign him up. I think getting him locked up for a long time, 8.75. I know it's a lot of money, but these two guys were the two biggest players on the team. If we gain them to maybe a mil or a half a grand cheaper, I would like to see that. We're just gonna qualify offer Brendan Perlini right now. Kajula, I mean, he was a good player, but I think, he doesn't really want to play on the team anymore. I mean, we could offer him a contract. I mean, that's dirt cheap right there. And I would definitely fucking sign him to that. 2 years at, we'll sign him to a one-way deal. We'll give him like 1 point. Actually, we can't do that. In my books, I won't be doing that type of shit. So we'll just give him 1.25 or 0.25. Kirby Dack, hopefully maybe he will be ready next year. You never know. We'll have to see. Fortin, will sign him to a contract as well, as he was playing pretty solid. Kemp, Zakara, Sorelli, got to get him to a contract. Edgesville, get him to a contract as well. Get all those depth guys to nice contracts. Kubalik, get him to a contract. Anyone else? Coach, no. Nordgren, we get him to a contract as well. Get him to a contract. Get all these young players to a contract. Then we could just release him. I mean, he's just a Swedish fuck, so he could get the fuck out of here. We have $38 million. We have a lot of money this year. I think we're definitely going to be able to go and spend some money, and which is good, because that's what I wanted. I wanted that chance to go and spend as much money as I possibly could, and build this team that I really wanted this team to be. So Gustafson, that means these guys are going to be in contention to being the spin in the wheel. So Eric Gustafson, let's see what his first wheel will be and see what type of contract we're going to be giving him, because I think I'm going to go for a 4-year, and it's going to be no trade clause or no movement clause, so we can lock him up. I mean 4 years is not bad. So 4.9 for 4 years for Eric Gustafson. That's a perfect deal for him. Get him locked up. Sami Vatanen played great as well. I think we get him to a deal as well, so we don't have to worry about Sami Vatanen. He's a no, Eric Gustafson. Sami Vatanen now will be a full no movement clause. So no matter what, so we'll sign him to a 3-year deal, so we don't have to really worry about his contract. For 4.8 for 3 years, he's a full-blown no movement clause. Bogosian, Derek Forbert, I think he played really good alongside Seabrook. I think we definitely re-sign him for sure, just because of that fact that he could play really good alongside of Seabrook. So get him back to a contract. And all we need is another defenseman, and we're good on that part. Slater Kukacek. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, you could piss off there, bud. We could just qualify you to another qualifying offer, because I'm not signing you to that. I'm really excited to see when Bachquist fucking steps up on the team, man. He's a big-time player for us prospectively, and he had a great year with the London Knights, so hopefully he can really step in with the roster sooner or later in the next little bit, in the next couple of years. Galvis, sign him to a contract. And then we have this fucking guy, Vladimir Levinov. Oh, dude, defensive defenseman. Oh, dude, that's dirty. So Robin Lehner does not want to sign a contract with the Chicago Blackhawks. I mean, we're giving them that chance to be the starting goaltender of the team. So Eric Gustafson is, Sami Vatanen has a no movement clause, full blown. And Robin Lehner will have a no trade clause or no movement clause. So that's perfect for 4 or 5 years. And we will definitely sign you for 4.8. I mean, that's a cheap contract for you, Robin Lehner. We're getting rid of Corey Crawford. We're signing you full fucking time. You are going to be the main goaltender of this team. And so, come on, buddy. Come on. Just sign with the team. Just give us a chance. Decided to reject. I want to test the fucking free agency. You dick. Gustin signed. Strome signed. DeBrincat signed. Kajula, of course, he wants to go and test free agency. Derek Forbort. Vatanen signed. Not signed. Sarelli signed, Tulda, Fortin signed, Edgesville, Nordgren signed, Galvis signed, Kubalak from. There we go. We got all the guys that we wanted to join the Chicago Blackhawks have signed. We have $13 million to spend this offseason, so that gives us a bit of spending money. Not very much, just a bit. So we're going to have to really play smart. I mean, that defense core, I mean, I wish Seabrook was up there because, I mean, it's such a pain in the ass to have his contract there. Such a pain in the ass. And, yeah. So, let's get on to that point. Let's get on the free agency. I don't think we really have to worry about any of the coaching staff and stuff like that. We were going to have to go and get a new goalie coach. But I think I might want to get a new I mean, that staff is pretty happy right now. But let's see. So, Jalou, he's A's across the board. He's a pretty good goddamn coach. Hoffman, he's good at defense. And this guy's just really good at the power play. So, I mean, Palmerville's solid power play. I mean, that definitely helps out the team, and he's cheap. So, I mean, that's not too bad. So, yeah, let's get to the free agency. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Let's get to that free agency part. It's signed some big motherfuckers to the team. Drake Kachula, I mean, we're just going to get rid of him anyways. So, let's get on to free agency. This is a big one because we got a lot of guys that we want to sign here. $14 million, and there's Petrangelo. My voice is cutting in and out there. I was trying to go high pitch. Ooh, Mikhail Sergachev. I mean, oh, dude. I mean, that pick, just picking up Mikhail Sergachev, young guy that can potentially grow into something better. That definitely teases me into that one because, I mean, he could definitely be a very good defenseman on the team, for sure. I mean, what type? Oh, damn it, we don't have the fucking picks. Shit, dude, we don't have the picks. Yeah, we don't have the picks. Okay, what can you do? I mean, Torrey Krug really catches my eye for me because of the fact that I think he would almost fit perfectly on the team, but by the scheme, it doesn't fit for us. Who fucking does? Mike Green does. Shannikirk does. Dylan does. Bo Meisher, so like really big defenseman. But, I mean, yeah, we already have a lot of solid, like, offensive defensemen. You have Keith, you have Vatanen, you have Gustafsson. So I think a solid defenseman. Oh, my God, dude. Braden Holtby. All right, this free agency is really going to hook us up this year. But, I mean, we got to worry about one thing, and that's that third line. We don't have any third liners. So we can't be just dumb fucking going and spending all our money here and just going all out on a bunch of players here. We got to kind of be smart about it. Because, I mean, you got Kane, DeBrincat, Toews, Strome, Nylander. That's all you have. That's all you fucking have offensively. And Perlini, who we could probably sign back for a cheap contract. Defensively, you have Keith, Gustafsson, Batson, Seabrook, and Forbert. And goaltending-wise, you have no one. So we're really going to have to be smart with the way that we handle this free agency this year because we need a goaltender. We can only really spend $4 to $5 million on a good goaltender. Right, we really can't overspend. I think going back to maybe Robin Lehner and trying to get him to a deal would probably be the smartest bet for the team because of the fact that we really don't got the money to go out and spend. Defensively, maybe we could go after a guy like Brendan Dillon, sign him up. I mean, expensive, but we could figure out some kind of good deal for Brendan Dillon. I think I'm going to leave this all up to you guys. And also, we need a good second liner for cheap. That we could pick up for the team. I think I'm going to leave it up to you guys on what we do with next year's team because it's going to be a lot of big decisions that we're going to have to make as a team. And honestly, it's too many to fucking make right now because we need to make an entire third line. We still need a second line forward. We still need a good defenseman. We still need a good goaltender with only $14 million to spend. So we're going to have a lot of money ball playing around here because, I mean, we really just can't go out and sign some of the best players that we wish we could sign, like maybe a Mike Hoffman, who would be, I think, a perfect fit on the team for Christ's sakes, or a Nemastankinov, right? I mean, we really can't go and do that. So we're going to have to really play smart with our money that's coming off season. So comment down below what we should do, the money that we should spend on third liners, the money that we should spend on a second liner. What should we do? Comment everything and anything down below on who we should sign and what we should do with this coming team. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.